Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It is officially fall, so I hope you had a great weekend outdoors, soaking in as much of that warmth and sunshine as we have. It's going to be a beautiful week with the leaves starting to change color. And with that comes the impending holiday season. And we are excited today to have Amy Schaefer from United Way of Johnson and Washington counties with us. And she's going to talk a little bit more about the pivot that the Community Outreach Committee at ICAAR is making to their usual ICAAR Brings Home the Holiday project. But before we get started, we also want to let you know that going into the fall season is turnover time at ICAAR. So inaugural is this week. So to any of our viewers, we encourage you to get signed up soon for that. That is on Thursday, and we'll need RSVPs soon. And remember that if you are a new to ICAAR member, you attend free in your first year. So we would love to see you there. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Amy Schaefer. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Real quick, though, before we get started, I want to bounce back and thank our episode sponsor, Green State Credit Union. Thank you for helping to make these Wake Up with YPNs possible. But Amy, we have you here this morning to kind of talk about United Way and the Adopt a Holiday program that you guys have started and continue to have success with.
Yes,
and
correct.
Can you introduce yourself a little bit and tell us a little bit about what your position is and how you landed there?
Sure. Again, my name is Amy Schaefer. I am the office coordinator for United Way of Johnson and Washington counties here in Coralville, Iowa. I've been with this organization for 9 years now. I came upon Adopt a Family a long time ago, so long that I can't even remember when this program started. And in its initial onset, I did not have a lot of involvement with it. So that's probably why I can't really remember when we started. I just know that when we start each year, it's a very busy time and there's a lot of work involved. But now within the last year or so, I've become a lot more involved with it. And I'm very happy about that because it's a really special program and it's a really wonderful program for our families in this community.
Yes, and for those of you who aren't familiar, for people who might not be familiar about United Way, can you talk a little bit about their scope of work as well, in addition to this holiday project? And
Yeah. So we have Emily Meister, who is our Director of Community Impact and Engagement. And so she is really heavily involved with our partner agencies in this community. And those agencies are the ones that give us the information we need for these families to adopt. So there's a lot of heavy involvement on her side, a lot of communication back and forth. And then we have Kayla Rome, who's our Director of Marketing. And so she is really helpful when it comes to pushing out, some information about the program from time to time, whether it be on our website or whether it be on social media pages. So we really look to her for that involvement as well. And then we have Wendy Nolan, who is really in charge of our volunteer aspect, but she's also spent a lot of time with our partner agencies over the last 2 years that she's been here. So she knows a lot of these agencies by name, by face, and so she is there as well to kind of tag team if we need her to be there for any kind of support. And then we have Emma Barnum, who is our Director of Finance. She may not be as heavily involved in the Holiday Adopt a Family program, but again, she's part of the team and she's there if we need her for any assistance, as well as Jennifer Banta, our President and CEO, who is there for us all the time. And if we need her to jump in and assist with anything, she is always there too. So as you can see, we are definitely a team and we definitely work together and communicate. And this is just only one of the many programs that we communicate on. And we rely very heavily on that teamwork, as you can see, to get those programs moving along.
Yes, no, that sounds like a really great collection of people. And I'm sure you have an enthusiastic crew there to kind of help with all the behind the scenes work. And as the community outreach at ICAAR knows all too well with the ICAAR Brings Home the Holiday project that we had done in the past, it's a lot of background work getting that all organized. So we're excited to pivot that project this year to partner with United Way's Adopt a Family project. So to anyone watching this video, if you have any questions, feel free to put those in the comments. But as we move forward, if your brokerage or office or affiliate office group would like to adopt a family with ICAAR's partnership with this United Way program that we're going to learn about, feel free to reach out. So can you tell us a little bit about how this project works on the family side of things? How can families apply and what avenues can they go through and what does that process look like?
Well, typically our partner agencies they have families that they might be currently working with or have worked with in the past. So they will be the ones that will sit down with these families and create wish lists for them. And then those wish lists will be dropped into an online platform that we use for them to drop those lists in. And that way our donors can go in and see what those lists look like. Usually we may have from time to time a few families that will call our office. Maybe they've heard about the program by word of mouth, or they've seen some media release on it, and they will call us and find out how they can get signed up. And it's really easy for us to direct them where they need to go. We'll typically, ask them information of anybody they've talked to from our agencies in the past. So either way, we can do some maneuvering and we can help out these families at any time, whether it be on our side or whether it be on the agency side.
Yeah, and similar to how you're kind of streamlining that, ICAAR on the donor side is excited to simplify things as much as possible for brokerages and association members who want to get involved. So we have a form where if you would like to be paired with a family, you can go to the ICAAR emails that have been coming out and opt in. And that deadline has been extended until October 11th. So people still have time to sign up. And we are excited to be partnering with United Way this year to kind of reach a new group of people in our community, and excited that we can help with that. Can you tell us a little bit about the breakdown of this project and the timeline?
Yeah, sure. Right now, our agencies are accepting wish lists until October 21st. There may be some exceptions to that deadline if needed. We may extend it a little bit for them. It just really depends on how the program is moving from year to year. So we will know more about that within the next coming weeks to see where we're sitting as far as how many wish lists are concerned. And then the deadline for our agencies to accept gift items from donors will be December 9th. And as I said previously, that might change a little bit. That date might change. We might extend it, but not too much, but we just have to kind of see how things are flowing. But we really like to stick to those deadlines as much as possible. And those gift items will be dropped off by the donors at the agency that the family is working with.
Okay. And if a family doesn't know where to start, who do they reach out to at United Way, or how should they go about that?
Right now we have typically, like I said, those agencies are currently working with families right now. But if we have a family that is not really sure where to start, they can call us. We can find out more information from them and we can try and make a connection. If they haven't worked with an agency in the past, or they don't remember working with an agency in the past, sometimes we can still connect them with an agency who's participating in this program that might be able to help them.
Perfect. And the community outreach team at ICAAR is able to answer any questions that you may have on how ICAAR is partnering with United Way for this project. And if anyone has any questions for United Way, sounds like there's some great. Is there any specific email or phone number for them to reach out to, or can we put that in the comments later?
I can drop that in the comments.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
I can leave our phone number and I can leave my email address as well.
Perfect. Well, Amy, I'm really excited about this project and partnership this year. Is there anything that you'd like to share about the past successes or excitement you have looking forward to this year?
In the past, we've had some really great stories, from families. In the past, we would usually have gifts dropped off here at the site, and that changed last year. So there's one story in particular that I can think of when we used to have gifts that were dropped off here at the site. We had a family that came by to pick up their own gifts, and that can happen from time to time. It just depends on how comfortable they are picking up their own gifts, or how comfortable the agency is working with them and trying to decide who is maneuvering that part of it. But we did have a family come and pick up their gifts, and I believe it was a mother, and it was just a very wonderful exchange of communication and handing off those gifts and seeing the delight in her eyes and seeing, a lot of that stress relieved, because this can be a very stressful time for families. And so we kind of want to make sure that this time of year is less stressful for everyone involved, and especially for these families involved, just to make it a little more joyful that year and make it more joyful for their family.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Everyone deserves a little bit of holiday magic and joy. Going into the cold months, it's always nice to have a little bit of help and joy, and we're excited to bring that to all of the families that hopefully will apply and get selected for this great program. And I know that this has been a really special project for a lot of our brokerages and affiliate partners in the past to be involved with. So we are excited to bring it together and reach this new audience of people in our community who just need a little bit of joy. So is there anything else that you'd like to share about this project? Otherwise, this has been a great 10 minutes of learning about this new collaboration.
I guess the only thing I would add is I've been asked this before, but what the heart of this program is. And I really think the heart of this program is everybody that's involved with it. Everyone from our agencies who work so hard every day and work with these families and try to make their lives better and easier. And then the families themselves, working with them and creating that connection and letting them know that this community does support you. And also, I think our donors are really at the heart of it too, because we have some really generous donors out there. And I've really seen that in this program in the past. And that really makes us feel good that we have community partners and community members that, have a big heart like that, especially at this time of the year with the upcoming holidays.
And I will just echo that everyone at ICAAR is really excited, and many people know that realtors have big hearts and they're active in their community and want to help. And so we're excited to be the main sponsor of this event with you guys this year, and to kind of help bring some success and positivity to it. Perfect. Well, Amy, thank you for joining us. We look forward to hearing more updates and following you on social media to see how this is going. And again, to anyone watching who may want to be involved as a broker or affiliate partner to adopt a family, feel free to opt in to that form that's circulating on the ICAAR emails, or reach out to anyone of the ICAAR staff or the Community Outreach Committee to get, if you have any questions about what we've done in previous years versus what we're doing this year, and this new partnership.
And Kayla, just as an FYI, I just dropped that phone number for our United Way office and my personal email. If you have any questions or anyone has any questions about the program, I'm very happy to talk to you about them.
Super. Thank you so much, Amy, for your time this morning. Hope you have a great week and a happy holiday season ahead.
All right. Thank you. You as well.
Thank you.